Hello, niggas and friends, niggas and our friends. Welcome back. I am Jesse Wu.
And I am Olympia Ohanian, and this is The Read. Thanks for coming back.
Thank you, indeed. Well, how you doing?
Well, I'm recovering. I had a very busy weekend as a bridesmaid in Atlanta. Shout out to Shariel and Whitney.
Woo, woo, woo.
Yes, my first gay wedding, shockingly.
Oh, it's kind of
It's a surprise to me too, honestly, because lesbians adore getting married, and I just can't believe.
Yes, but you despise getting love.
It's true. It's true. So, but I was honored.
A lot.
Yeah, really honored to be a part of their big day, but it wore me the hell out. And so, I will say I am better today than I was yesterday. They're moving along and I'm coping.
That is good.
So,
Amen.
Yes. How are you?
That is very good. Shit. I'm shit. Shit. Mentally, physically, shit.
Oh, no.
And anxiety is absolutely decimating me, as well as depression. I am not taking very good care of myself. But here I am.
Okay, relatable.
And I'm in yellow, which is honestly, I think I've said this before, our color as a people.
Absolutely.
Blacks.
Yes.
Any shade. But I'm going to have my all yellow party at some point. Let's dive. Either one.
Whichever feels right to you. Let's do that.
Whatever you want.
Right. Wherever move you're in.
Let's dive into some Black excellence. This week, I'm going to be passing it to Christopher Ballinger. He's a 17-year-old from D.C., and he is now the youngest Black licensed private pilot in the United States.
Wow.
America.
Go off.
He is 17 years old and permitted to fly aircrafts, single-engine airplanes specifically. So he was a part of the Air Force Junior ROTC Flight Academy program. And this is a program that was meant to encourage young people to get into aviation, specifically with the intent to diversify the space, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And so he also performed as a solo cross-country flight.
Oh, my God.
Which, to me, is, like, astounding.
Yeah.
I just became okay with getting on aircrafts.
Right.
Like, within the past decade of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And that was because of tour. I've said this numerous times. It's just because we flew so much,
Mm-hmm.
I just naturally became more accustomed to it.
Right.
And I'm still, like, I will still grip my armrest like a nervous kitty cat.
Yeah.
If I feel even the slightest bit of turbulence. This young man is 17 years old and can already fly these motherfuckers. So that's intense and impressive.
By himself, too. And across the damn country? Wow.
Across the whole ass country?
Only 17. I couldn't even leave the city when I was 17.
Bitch. Well, I was scared to get on I-95 at 17. Hell, fly.
Right. My mama was like, don't drive on the highways now. Stick to the city streets.
Bitch, they didn't even have to tell me that. Let me tell you where I was not going. The freeway. Bitch, I don't give a fuck if it take an extra 20, 15 for me to get up to Carroll City, bitch. I'm not doing it. Right. I was not doing it at all.
It's intimidating to drive on the highway when you're a new driver. So I can't even imagine what it must be like to be 17 years old.
Or when you're driving in Miami, Florida.
Or I don't.
Where they don't know how to.
I was going to say, I don't remember too many issues, but I don't think I've ever driven in Miami. So I can't speak. I can't speak to that. I won't drive here in New York. I won't drive in New York, and I prefer not to drive in LA. But everywhere else, yeah.
Driving in LA is I feel like a little easier because maybe they don't know how to drive, but they also don't because the cars don't move. So
right, that's what I'm saying. There's too much traffic for LA. I would be so frustrated. I'm frustrated as a passenger. So as a driver, I would be ready to just park the car, get out, and never see it again.
And then just
leave it on the highway. I don't care. Move around.
Use my wheelie sneakers.
Yeah, it's too much for me. But wow, shout out to young Christopher, only 17.
17
private pilot
years
license.
Old. He said he dreams of one day flying in the Air Force. Maybe he's the reason why Top Gun Maverick is like the number one
maybe
movie of all time or some shit.
Yeah.
Beat Titanic or some shit.
He saw it 8 times all by himself.
Jay Ellis, he's in that Top Gun movie.
He is.
And also directed our finale, which is out tonight. Rap shit.
It is.
Ba-da-ba-ba-dum, shameless plug. And all right, let's get into the pop culture segment, which is called Hot Tops, where the Sugar Dads sing, based on the 2018 novel of the same name.
Oh, Lord. I cannot wait for this.
Okay, so first up, we have an update. I know we spoke a bit about this. I think you had a read on the Vanessa Bryant trial, or rather.
Oh yes, those assholes talking about how it didn't matter because the pictures didn't go out, as if they didn't take pictures of these people because of who they were. Child, ugh, disgusting.
Well, guess whose laughs is last.
I'm guessing it's Vanessa and the rest of them people.
Vanessa Bryant won a cool, just a tepid $16 million in her trial against LA County's Sheriff Department and Fire Department. And co-plaintiff Chris Chester won $15 million in the suit. Chris also lost his wife, Sarah, and their 13-year-old daughter, Peyton, in the crash that killed Kobe Bryant and their daughter, Gigi. So, I mean, I feel like I knew what time it was when Mama pulled up in that all black with Gunica by her side. Absolutely. And Sierra and the girls. I was like, oh, she came in to cash in. We already know what time it is, bitch. And y'all were dead ass wrong. Like, yeah.
It was so ugly.
I mean, honestly, when I hear Sheriff's Department, Police Department, my antennas immediately go, fuck you.
Yep.
So, like, you gotta, you know what I mean? So I'm not even surprised that people in that space could be so insensitive and callous and gross.
Yep. Because that's what they do.
Now you gotta pay for it.
Yeah. And I mean, it's not like 16 million was gonna make a big difference to Vanessa Bryant anyway.
I mean, she's donating the money to their foundation, their nonprofit, the Mamba and Mambacita Foundation. So, right. I mean, Mama Cool was just like, you know, this money is going to go back into good places, I suppose. But the point.
Yes, it was clearly never about a payday. It was about y'all were fucked up for this.
The principle.
Yes. And you will suffer for what you did.
And the humanity is the point here.
Exactly that.
Okay. So Venmo, Cash App, Zelle.
Yep. Go on and wire that right on over. Go on and wire PayPal, that right on over to the Mamacita Foundation.
Bitcoin, Doge. We take Doge.
Woo.
Hurry it up, sis.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna wait all night.
I'm glad she won.
Yeah, me too. Good for her. And I mean, just people, like, we're all gonna rot and turn to dust. All of this means nothing. And the least that we could do while we're here is just have like a slight bit of decency.
Listen.
Life and death, at least.
Could we show
at least
1 teaspoon of humanity? Just 1 drop of humanity. That's all I'm asking.
But I mean,
no.
I don't know.
Clearly it's too much.
The VMAs happened.
Oh, Christ.
This past week, this past Sunday. I found out on Monday. So there's that.
That tracks.
However, you know, I did do my little bit of research, which, I mean, this is what I do with most award shows these days. Just because my attention span is garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't sit down and like watch something live, like an award show that I know like 80% is going to be hokey, scripted speech with two celebrities that would otherwise never stand next to each other talking about one another's gown. And it's like, most of the people that deserve to win probably ain't gonna win. Like, I don't like.
We already know.
And then with the VMAs, as aunts, you and I, it's like barely our business anymore.
And I mean, like they announced the presenters and the performers, and I did not know 90% of those names. So from the beginning, I didn't give a shit about the VMAs. I literally forgot about it until Asante announced that he was hosting the after show with some other people on MTV News. But other than that, I mean, that was the day of the wedding was Sunday. So I just now, like 2 hours ago, was like, oh yeah, the VMAs. Let me Google, see what do I need to know about that. And then all I saw was Nicki's thing.
Me too.
So, well, I mean, just to talk about it on the show, but obviously it was all about Nicki and the Vanguard. So I watched that, and the rest of it, I have no idea what happened.
Okay, well, I'll give you a little drippity drops.
Okay.
So there was, in fact, it was a really big night for a particular female rapper. Fergie, she came out with Jack.
You ain't shit for that. You're not shit for that.
Yep, that's right. Mr. Tumnus, aka Jack Harlow, aka Raps Corey Matthews, brought out Fergie during his performance of his single First Class, which samples, what's that song called again? Glamorous?
Yes, Glamorous.
Glamorous?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And so he did this like cute little intro where he was like walking through a set that was supposed to look like a private plane or like a plane, whatever, like first class in a plane, not private, whatever. Duh, stupid. That's the name of the fucking song, you goddamn dumbass.
Whoa.
He comes through and he's like, he's like a
Jesus.
He's like a oh, why can't I was about to say stewardess, like I'm in the 80s.
Attendant?
What are the flight attendant? God damn. I'm shutting down. So he's like a flight attendant, and he had like a bunch of celebrity friends who were like sitting in first class.
That's where that picture came from. Okay.
Right? Because I saw the picture first.
Yeah, because Chloe posted it.
Chloe posted it. And I was like,
what the hell is this?
First class plane to go to the VMAs? This is rich. Like, this is rich.
I was so confused. Like, why would all these people be on this plane?
I honestly thought that it was like on some like not Fire Island. What was that shit called that man did that went south and he served everybody? Oscar Mayer.
Oh, that fucked up festival, Fire Festival.
Yeah, I thought it was on some shit like that where everybody was packed into like they were like fake packing celebrities into a jet plane.
Right. Okay.
And then they were going to be whisked away to the award show just cause. I imagine like maybe the girls, like MTV gave the girls a private situation, like a celebrity first class to go to the VMAs. The VMAs were in Jersey.
I said, okay, the young people getting together to do something. I don't know what this is. Maybe a music video.
I thought it was rich. I just thought it was rich people things.
I mean, it very well could have been. It looked like it was a bunch of rich niggas in that picture, but...
I mean, yeah, they all...
But I'm only just now making the connect. I'm only just now making the connection of like where that really came from.
I saw that picture first and I was like, oh yeah, this is none of my business. I don't have that kind of money. And then when I saw this performance, I was like, oh, okay. Either it was cute, Santana was on there and Chloe Bailey and Lil Nas X and some other folks, Drewski, who else? I don't know. Oh, yeah, Avril Lavigne was on there. Anyways, and then he brought out Fergie and, she did her song. And
she did Glamorous? Or she did
she like did
class.
She did Glamorous.
Okay.
Like she performed at least the first verse and the hook.
Okay.
And it was giving like drunk mom tease. At one point, he comes up on stage and he's like behind her and her hair is like all over the place and she's like out of breath because he's new to Fergie and birth control have never really been like tight.
Yeah,
they're
really not been
close friends.
Never even been neighbors.
And so it was just like, I'm looking at this like, look at white rap coming together and in front of mine eyes.
Interesting choice to bring out Fergie and not brand new so she could do her remix.
No, see, they did at the BET Awards. He gave niggas what they okay. He was like, you got your things.
Oh my God, you right. He was like, I did that for the nigger show. Don't ask again. I did your
nigger things for your nigger moment at your nigger show.
Child, God bless that, because we all know Fergie cannot sing, so.
She came out and did her little one.
Okay.
What else happened? Lil Nostradamus the 10th won 3 Video Music Awards.
Yay, good for her.
And looked good on the red carpet. Did you see what he had on the red carpet?
Yes, I did. And I said, I'm so proud of my nephew. Never been more proud. Let me look it back up.
It was the same outfit that Iman wore to the Met Gala.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Iman
shit.
had a gold version of it on the Met Gala red carpet.
Oh my God.
And he had black.
No, now I see the pictures side by side and it is like, oh, bitch.
Sickening. Iman posted it on her Instagram. She posted like a side by side of hers and his, and the caption says, "Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Congrats to Harris Reid, Lil Nas X VMAs." I was like, I've never heard anybody say that without shame, but either way, whatever. Harris Reid, the designer, also had a couple similar pieces on Beyonce in like that what?
I'm sorry. It just hit me like Iman being like, sincerest form of flattery. Thanks, girls.
Right.
Congratulations. Right. But so at first I'm like, oh damn, that's kind of like catty for no reason. And I thought, bitch, it's fucking Iman.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like, that's what a diva of that era would say about this.
Yeah.
But yeah, Beyonce had on like a similar piece on the cover of British Vogue too, and in some of the photos of British Vogue where she was sitting on top of that horse. All the same designer, Harris Reid. So Lil Nas X looked great. Congratulations to him on his win.
That's gorgeous. God, that's
sideline and side note. Speaking of Beyonce, I was listening to Renaissance again because I'm breathing, and again, I cannot help but think about tour time. Right?
Oh man.
I've never like particularly needed or wanted anyone at Parkwood or beyond to hear anything that we have to say, right?
It's a little embarrassing.
Truly.
Most of the time.
But one thing I hope they do here, keep my girl on an elevated stage. The way that these bitches are about to cut up.
Oh yeah.
Keep her no pit.
No.
Don't
let them touch her.
The fuck back. These motherfuckers, and by these motherfuckers I mean me and everybody else.
Correct.
Are about to act a full ass.
Yeah.
A full entire ass.
We're gonna do
Not only that, the girls are gonna be drinking. The girls are gonna be on weed, correct, Molly, K, G, Elemental P, Coke. Keep her back.
They're gonna be coked out.
Raise the stage at least 6 more feet. Like,
oh God, they smuggling poppers in their titties. Everybody is going to be on everything.
Pop rock.
Please.
Hamsters.
Don't let us
The
touch
girls
Beyonce.
are going to be on everything. Keep my girl, like, no. I don't know if she needs to be in a bubble, a cage, whatever
just
she needs to do. Just unpack the
cube. Just unpack the cube and bring the cube back so we'll all have a great view. But
keep her the fuck back. Put my bitch
we're going to lose
up in the air.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's real.
Because we are going to be upside down. We don't have time for the games.
It is going to be feral at these shows.
We are going to be literally like, when I listen to this music.
Yeah. Yeah.
it at home ignites something in me that I'm intimidated by.
Yeah.
So the way that bitch, this is not even about
I was going to say,
we have other things
if you get started, I'm going to want to turn the album on. So, I'm starting to feel it. So please. But yeah,
all I'm saying is,
don't drive to the Beyonce show because niggas are going to be zooted. Yeah.
You might want to literally put that bitch on a pedestal.
Right.
Because
just somewhere, don't let us touch. She's been very generous over the past few tours, letting some of us touch her fingers. But I think y'all, just for the safety of everybody involved, please.
You had to be there.
Please don't let niggas do that. You did. If you missed it, you simply missed it. And I'm sorry, but
Studio 54
needs to be over. Needs to not happen. Good luck, though. Can't wait. Did you see? Oh, you probably didn't see because you don't be on social media. But the other day, B Legion tweeted that they were like partnering with SeatGeek ahead of upcoming announcements to provide like a $20 discount on tickets purchased for like a current show or shows to be announced. And I said, oh God, immediately my nips started tingling like, here we go. Here we fucking go. Gird your goddamn loins. It's time, bitches. It's time.
$20, $40. Listen, I told Candace like 2-3 days ago, this bitch can take whatever. Whatever it is, take it.
Yeah. That $20 is not even going to cover the Ticketmaster fees, but I don't care.
That's not going to cover parking.
Listen, to be completely
I don't give a
real,
fuck.
Not at all. But
that's not going to cover.
Legion, don't play with us.
That's maybe going to be my first 2 drinks. Maybe. That probably not just one drink and maybe like a popcorn. Yeah, you're not going to get too much out of that. But first of all, I would take the $20. I'm not too good for your $20. But also, Legion, please. I'm already, I'm up at night thinking about this tour. I don't need the stress. No, the thing about it is, it's going to happen. So it is, at this point, my responsibility to just allow it to happen to me.
Yeah.
And to be prepared for whatever it is that the doll is going to unleash upon us. I just need for there to be an understanding that, girl,
not me. Don't
the
do
way
it.
That the way that we are going to cut up.
Yeah.
It is going to be on some Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. Absolute madness. And I just feel like for the sake of all things that are right, keep her back.
Yeah.
That's it.
Agreed.
That's it. The end. What were we talking about? The VMAs?
Oh, yes.
Oh, Johnny Depp was like a moon man. That was tone deaf and weird and dumb and awkward.
What?
Lizzo performed. She looked great. She looked like she was having a really great time during her performance.
Her red carpet look was crazy. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That goatee.
All right. So Nicki Minaj won the Michael Jackson Video Vanguard Award, which I believe it's tradition for that to come with a performance.
Yeah, I think everybody who has won the Vanguard has done a pretty extensive performance.
Like a medley thing.
Yeah, I remember Beyonce's very clearly because I was lucky enough to be there.
Main one I remember.
Yeah.
So you saw it. What you think?
Well, first of all, I knew there was a problem when I logged onto Twitter and I had approximately 8,000 notifications saying, when Crystal sees these fucking eyes, she's going to have a conniption. When Crystal sees these contacts, it's heart attack. It's over. And y'all were not wrong.
Well, luckily, they were hard to see.
Were they? Because to me, they made her look like a corpse. Have you ever seen Death Becomes Her? That's a bad example.
Don't ever disrespect
Right, first of all, I forgot who I was talking to. But secondly, they were giving undead. They were...
Yeah.
So...
The Last of Us.
I want to thank y'all for the heads up because I had no idea
28 weeks later
that was going to be happening to me. And so y'all warning me definitely softened the blow.
The Necronomicon.
With them eyes. Could not look her in the face because of them. Y'all know how I feel. And unfortunately, I mean, this performance, I felt like it was very okay. It was fine. I felt like my expectations were appropriately set. I didn't expect her to do any better or worse than what she did. Some of the choices were confusing to me. And frankly, I was a bit bored throughout most of it. But it was, I think, a good selection of her hits. Some very popular songs. The crowd was super into it. So I felt like, it was a balance of things I thought were good and things I thought didn't really work. She seemed to me to be like kind of lethargic, like barely moving around. The dancers really carried the show, which is fine. But yeah, I just didn't feel a lot of stage presence from Nick.
You know what? I feel like what you said, my expectations were met. They were fine.
Yep.
And what I enjoyed out of it was her being in this era that she has a medley of hit songs, mostly hers.
Yeah.
Like, she did Monster, which I was kind of surprised by since she took a chunk out of Kanye's ass a couple weeks ago. But it's still
an incredible verse, right? So
but most of the songs she did were just her records. Tons of people in the crowd, celebrity, non-celebrity, were getting their Barb lives. And that was really nice to see because she's been in the business and working hard for a very long time. And the performance itself was like a Nicki Minaj performance. It was what I expected out of it. My main ding was her costuming.
I didn't understand it at all. These black boots. I'm sorry.
They couldn't find her a pink boot?
The whole outfit is pale, pastel, pinks, glittery, metallic. And then we wear these big, thick, soled, chunky black boots with pink laces. The boots honestly look better on the backup dancers because their dresses were darker. But even still, it's like we couldn't find no pink boots. So confused.
That costume was inexcusable.
So bad.
The only way for me to get around it was by saying they probably had a better thing and something went wrong at the last minute shipping. There's something in the measurement was off or something like that. And they just had, the skirt, mama, oh my, I could barely focus. I did not like that costume at all.
No.
But congratulations to her winning that award. And, it's deserved and all of that. So, congratulations and enjoy. Lastly,
it's deserved and all that.
She is bigger. I mean, it is, but I'm just saying,
Is
like,
it? You know what?
She's not a great video.
Maybe because I was never really a Barb, and a lot of Nicki's biggest songs I don't really like Super Bass. But I don't think Nicki's videos are not the thing that jump out to me about her. The most notable one I can think of is Anaconda. But as far as the fact that it's a video Vanguard award, I'm like, I don't know. I feel like there are other people whose videos are much more impactful. But if you just wanted to reward her for being a huge star and you wanted people to tune in, then this was a great choice.
Fair.
Because the Barbs wasn't playing about her and still not.
Do they ever?
No, they'll never rest.
There is no sleep as a Barb.
You wake up and you clock the fuck in. You get to work. Right. So I guess I see what you're saying. It was just the video thing that threw me off.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm just my main thing, performance wise, I knew it wasn't going to be the greatest thing that I've ever seen, but her fans and the people in the audience are going to have a good time. Yeah. And I guess that's the most important thing. Yeah. And they did. So that was fine. I just could not believe they sent her out in that outfit at all, especially them shoes.
Listen, and I'm not a fashion girl, but I know are her choice. I was stunned by those shoes. The whole outfit. The skirt was coming up in the back. I'm like, this is not tailored. What is this made out of? But the shoes, I just thought were inexcusable.
I literally looked at the TV and I gave the same energy she gave Heidi in Closet. I hate this outfit.
Yeah, I have a feeling that the performance was much better in person, where the energy was really live and the whole crowd is really into it. But, watching it days later on YouTube, that just didn't move me, the way it moved Taylor Swift.
Girl. Toast popping up moves that.
Girl, all right, sister.
Lastly, Bad Bunny is the first non-English speaking performer, non-English language performer to win Artist of the Year.
Oh, good.
Non-English language performer.
I love that.
Right? So he performed during the show. Well, Mama had a concert anyway at Yankee Stadium.
Oh, so just, hopped right on in the car.
He told MTV, I guess you could come over or whatever. I'm going to be in the Bronx.
He just took a chopper from the Bronx to Jersey.
And
was his performance?
For me, this was
his performance.
Was at Yankee Stadium.
So the performance was from Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
Okay,
but the show was in Newark somewhere.
Got you. Okay.
So they did like a remote thing, and it was also like MTV's first time having something from that venue or something like that. Which is also, I guess, something that mattered to them. Anyway, he had like the best performance I saw.
I can see that.
It was my favorite.
I enjoy Bad Bunny, even though I, rarely know what he's talking about. He is huge.
Well,
and
you don't speak.
I kind of do. I've been working on my Rosetta Stone, but I won't get started with my Spanish because y'all not going to drag me the way y'all do every other language and
but you
an accent that I attempt.
Desecrate patois.
You literally gave me the green light, so it is fine.
No, I gave you a break that we're done.
But Chet Hanks gets to do it whenever he wants to. And I just
he doesn't.
How am I supposed to get better if I don't practice? That's how I feel.
By not. You don't have to get better.
Okay. Well,
are you like method acting? Are you doing work on some
what's crazy?
Are you gonna be playing Miss Cleo and you didn't tell me?
I really used to think that I was good at accents before I started doing this show. I thought that I could imitate a lot of different accents around the world and play it off, like actually pass. Y'all have made it extremely clear that I cannot. But
people like that are what made American Idol so popular originally.
Good for Bad Bunny. I also heard about him, pulling a Lil Nas X, which was confusing a little bit. I'm not sure why I assumed he was straight. I mean, I just assumed he was straight for whatever reason. I'm not sure that him kissing this nigga means that he isn't right. So, not really. Don't really know what that was about.
I've liked Bad Bunny. Like I've started fanning from the moment that Don Omar said some like lame ass homophobic shit sometime, and Bad Bunny called him out or like responded in like a real short, concise way. Like, what did he say? He said something like homophobia today, like you should be embarrassed or that's
well, amen.
Like
you should.
And I was like, well, word. And since then, he's like been pretty.
I missed that entirely, but
he's been pretty supportive of like the community and transgender youth and.
Okay, amen. And he kissed a girl too.
Him kissing a guy, that's what I'm saying. Like he kissed a girl as well, and neither one of the people he kissed are his girlfriend. So it's just, and again, like for me personally, the whole "I kissed my dancer" thing is like, okay, I don't. Like, I get it's supposed to be hot, or I don't know what it's supposed to. I mean, the song that he performed itself, which is my jam, by the way, and everybody, bitch, them motherfuckers in the Bronx did not give two shakes of a motherfucker about the Video Music Awards.
Absolutely,
they were there for the baddest of bunnies, bitch, and they were singing along on every goddamn word. And people who are like soups, into Latin music or Latin music community, let me know what that he kissed a guy turned out to how it looked, because the girls were ready to throw Lil Nas X in a ditch and bury him alive. For kissing a queen on TV. Bad Bunny kissed a nigga on stage, and then everybody was still there like, Pon VIP. Like nobody had a problem. Everybody was like completely having a great time from my vision. So
yeah, and I haven't seen anywhere near the backlash as what like Lil Nas X got at the BET Awards. So that is interesting, but you know, good for him. Yeah, good for him.
I do like him though, and he's also going to be playing a superhero villain, like a Spider-Man. He's going to do one of those Sony Spider-Man side quest movies that they're trying to make.
Oh,
and he also is apparently like a wrestler, IRL. So Bad Bunny's doing all kinds of things and making all kinds of money. Good for him.
Maybe he'll be in a movie with Megan. I heard Megan is also going to be in a Marvel movie.
Oh yeah, different. Because he's on the Sony side. She's on the MCU Disney side.
Oh.
She's going to be in She-Hulk, I heard.
I do not know the difference between whatever it is you just said, but okay.
White people in their contracts. That's really it.
All right.
Licensing.
So Megan's going to be in She-Hulk, and he's going to be in
on Disney Plus, I heard. And he's going to be in a movie where he's going to play like a wrestler with superpowers or something. I don't really know what El Muerto is about.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of award shows, Chris Rock turned down an opportunity to host the Oscars next year, apparently, during a recent stand-up show in Phoenix. You're laughing because I immediately got his Oscar.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, it's like you can hear the "I'm so tired of this nigga" in your voice. Like, why did this? Okay, all right.
Well, he said he was offered a spot to host the Oscars next year, and he turned it down, likening that opportunity to returning to the scene of a crime. And he made a joke comparing it to asking Nicole Brown Simpson to go back to the Italian restaurant where she left her sunglasses before she was murdered. And so... two things. Chris Rock's not hosting the Oscars next year, and people are kind of pissed and coming at him for making an insensitive joke about Nicole Simpson. I find it interesting that now we're talking about jokes being distasteful and the girlies are upset with Chris Rock. This is why you deserve to get slapped because he made some ancient ass joke about a white woman, but when he
come on, say
disrespected this black sister to her absolute face in a room full of her peers. It was like, oh my God, y'all can't take a joke. But I just watched and read and take naps, eat snacks.
No, you said it. And now it's, this is so thoughtless and how cruel and how insensitive. Girl, it was all of those things from the very fucking beginning and y'all just didn't care. And another thing, are all of this nigga's references from the 90s? Of all the things you could have said? That's my thing,
bitch. Oh my God, yes.
Something from 94?
Because it's like, girl, before y'all are like, oh, well, she's dead. Yes, y'all have been making Nicole Brown Simpson jokes. People have been making these jokes literally since the shit fucking happened. Right. That's my main thing. You still telling these goddamn... Do you know it's 2022?
Like, do you
know we're weeks away from 2023?
Do you get that? Like, it's been decades. And also, that's not returning to the scene of the crime. They weren't murdered at the restaurant. So it was a bad, stupid joke in every way. It didn't even make sense. It just like with Jada, it was like you reached in your ass to pull out an ancient reference just to shit on this woman. God. Chris Rock, please stop talking. Oh, Jesus Christ. Like, I don't need no more of these older Black celebrities to ruin their legacy for me. Like, it just gets worse and worse every time you open your mouth.
Everybody hates Chris.
That would be like Nicole going back to the restaurant. What? Do you not know the story? Of course you do. This just doesn't make sense. You didn't think it through because you was just so excited to make a joke about a woman, as usual. And it was dumb, just like before.
So the baby had a show coming up at the Smoothie King Arena, which is I just can't believe that's the name of the place. But,
all these arenas get bought out by giant companies.
Exactly. And they are gonna sound stupid. Like
Like the crypto arena, the crypto.com arena.
That one's real bad.
That's so bad.
Like, that one's real
I would
real
refuse
bad.
to call it that. I would really refuse. If I lived in LA, I would never. Bitch, I'm going to Staples, and you know exactly what I'm talking about.
And you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Hello. We're going to change the name of that shit about 3-4 times. Anyway, this is in New Orleans. He had a show coming up, and they canceled the show reportedly due to low ticket sales. So the girlies have been making their, flop era jokes. According to a website here, it says that out of 14,000 seats at the venue, only 500 tickets were sold.
God damn.
So
that's hurtful.
Y'all soups didn't care to go see him. But wait, just one moment. According to the agency that represents the Baby, Major Artist Concerts, they say the Baby's New Orleans show was pulled by the artist's team due to the promoter being in breach of contract. The Baby will be back in New Orleans very soon to make it up to his fans.
I bet he won't be at the Swing King Center. I bet he won't be there at that giant fucking arena where the NBA teams play. I don't know why. It takes, I just don't even know what kind of audacity it takes to think that you could sell out a 15,000 seat arena, or not even sell out, but sell like enough tickets to make it worth it, to justify the cost. I'm just not sure why the Baby thought he was on that level of celebrity or fame. And it was like him by himself, not like a joint tour. Didn't have a bunch
he's
of
supposed to headline.
other
I don't know
niggas.
who's opening for him.
Womp.
But does he have any music out even? I don't even think he has any music out right now. So I don't even know, like.
I completely clocked out from whatever that nigga has going on after he talked about the gay niggas sucking dick in the parking lot and how he wished he could have been in that number. I stopped listening right then and there to everything he had to say.
Last but not least, y'all got Alicia Keys fucked up. Did you see this white woman grab Alicia Keys by her absolute head and kiss her biracial face in the year of our COVID?
No.
Did you see it?
When? Oh, here it is. Alicia Keys reaction.
Alicia was performing in Vancouver as a part of like a Pepsi Live show or something.
Absolutely.
She's performing New York State or Empire State of Mind. Can I remember what the fuck that song is called? And she's, doing her and honestly, like,
oh no.
The fact that celebrities get close to y'all.
Insane to me. Can't believe that they still do it. Oh no. So she's literally just walking
she's
down
just
the aisle, and here's this white woman just
minding her business.
Oh my God.
And here comes Kareen.
Kareen. Oh no. See, this is why you said they got to keep Beyonce away from us. Not that she would be walking the aisles, but don't let niggas get this close. Oh, that's so gross.
Who the fuck do you think you are?
You kissed this woman? Oh, no.
And there was another, I saw a clip from a show that she performed last month where she was doing the same thing. And some other drunk ass white woman jumped out in front of her and like tried to force a hug on top of her or something like that. And security had to like pull her off.
Wait, no, that's threaded right here under the other one of like, you know what, Alicia, baby, you just a little too popping.
I make PSA.
You just a little too popping and you can't do this no more.
White people.
Because they have lost
white people. And specifically drunk-ass white women.
Yep.
Stop getting turned outside and treating black people like amusement park mascots, okay? We are not Mickey, Donald, and we damn sure ain't Goofy. Ooh. You motherfuckers get a little bit of Corona and lime or whatever the fuck into your system, and then you want to jump, oh my God, so beautiful. Can we take a picture? Anybody, any black person, like.
No.
Y'all seriously get so excited when you see niggas, especially a stylish motherfucker or a famous motherfucker, and you act like you ain't ever been nowhere. I'm not Elsa, bitch. Don't touch my braid, ho. Back up. What is wrong with y'all? Ooh. I know Alicia Keys got a mean right hook. I know she does. And I wouldn't blame her if she started using it. Y'all got to calm the fuck down. It's COVID, monkeypox, turkey pox, dolphin pox, bat pox, and polio out here. Y'all are crazy.
Yeah, She could press charges, honestly. That feels like assault.
I found out about this. Candace sent me a video of it, and with the captions, she said, "What would you do?"
Please.
I said, I would have mushed her into the dream realm and sued that bitch.
Let me tell you something. If somebody did that to you, the show is canceled.
It has to be.
The show is not going to happen because you about to absolutely go off. No, I don't even want to think about that. Right. I was going to say, if it's not our show, if it's like you doing your own thing, then I'm going to get a phone call. Talking about, hey, so can you get some cash?
Phone call starts with, well...
You have received a collect call from the Los Angeles County prison system. I'm going to be like, I already know what this is.
I'm locked in here deep. They heard the shit I was talking about them during the Vanessa Bryant segment. Man. I don't know if I'm getting out, sis.
Right.
I don't care. Y'all have to like calm the fuck down.
Have to. That's so gross.
And it's not just celebrities. The way that y'all treat it's especially gay men and black women.
Mm.
The way that y'all yas queen us for simply like going to get a bottle of water from the bar or something.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Nobody asked for that. Nobody needed it.
Yeah.
Be quiet.
Well,
okay, we take a picture? No.
But what you definitely can't do is grab my
Unless you want to
face.
cash at me.
You definitely can't grab my face and put your saliva on it.
Well, you're super not going to do.
Oh, no. I know her cheek was burning. I would have been nauseous.
I literally would have been like, cut the music.
The way I am about germs, baby. No, I'm so sorry. I won't be able. I'm so sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, we almost had an altercation in this bitch. Because some of y'all clearly don't understand what time it is.
It's her right there, y'all. She the reason the show is canceled. Y'all should fight her. Because
y'all fuck good things up for everybody.
Y'all do. And when Alicia Keys don't walk through the audience touching hands and all that shit no more, it will be because of shit like this.
Like,
grow up.
There was probably somebody who was waiting for her to come to their stop of the show who's like, I have been listening to this woman since the diary. I have been such a fan of hers. I still braid my hair that way. Mm-hmm. I learned how to give like aggressive, like femme top because of this individual.
That's valid.
And I have been waiting for my opportunity for her to be performing my jam and walk by me so I could just be in her presence.
Yeah.
And now that may not happen because some wet, drunk ass sea wench decided to put her lips on this stranger.
My skin is crawling. Y'all be trying, I don't even want to say the right ones, because just because Alicia didn't fight you doesn't mean you had the right one. It's just so fucked up. Please respect people's space. Don't be the reason that our favorite artists stop going on tour or have to completely adjust their show so they don't have to be nowhere near y'all. But you're right. Beyonce, girl, elevate yourself. Distance yourself. Because they absolutely will do it.
You might just want to invest in a hologram at this point, Beyonce, bitch, because I don't know if you should come. I'm to be honest.
Just nowhere in the stadium. Just nowhere.
Just don't show up at this point. Because who will get their entire life to a Beyonce hologram?
I mean, I'm not saying
I'm just thinking about what's best for the diva.
I'm not saying, yeah, and as you should.
Because we are going up the ladder through the roof where we can see heaven much better.
Yeah.
I'm not playing.
Right.
Every time I listen to this album, we already did this. Anyway, that's it for the Hot Tops. This week, we're going to take a break and come back and read your letters.
Hey, y'all, we spend so much time communicating with our eyes and being sexy and sultry and all that showing our lower halves should also be a moment, you know? Like, bam, you got a face reveal, you take your mask off, and you got a beautiful smile there waiting to dazzle the world if you use Quip at least. Quip gets your smile ready, making good habits easy with all the essentials you need to care for your mouth. The Quip electric toothbrush uses timed vibrations with 30-second pulses to guide a dentist-recommended 2-minute clean. It's loved by over 7 million mouths, including mine. You can even upgrade with a new smart motor to track and improve your brushing and earn sweet rewards. Build your whole routine with even more Quip, like the reusable floss pick or refillable mouthwash. Definitely should be flossing twice a day or after every meal, just in case you didn't know that. And on top of all that, Quip delivers brush heads, fresh floss, and other refills every month from just $5 with no extra shipping costs. I adore Quip. Again, that whole timed vibrations with the different pulses. So you know, like, oh, okay, time to move to a different section of my mouth. Okay, making sure I get that whole deep 2-minute dentist recommended clean. Makes your mouth feel cleaner. I love electric toothbrushes for that exact reason. Just feels like my mouth is much healthier. So if you are ready to take better care of your oral health, head on over to getquip.com/theread right now to get your first refill free. Again, your first refill absolutely free at getquip.com/theread. Quip is the Good Habits Company. So go pick up a good habit. And let's get back to the show.
All right, folks, we're back. And before I move on, I just want to make a comment and a note that Link is being so well behaved.
She is. I didn't even know she was in the room.
She's just curled up, behaving herself.
Aww.
She was at daycare all day. So she's probably just tired. And that's why she's not getting on my everlasting nerves at the moment.
She's like, you're lucky because I've been worn out by hanging out with my friends all day. So I don't have time to harass you the way I normally would.
They say she runs the place.
Who is shocked? Who is shocked? She walks in and all the other dogs drop what they were doing.
Yeah, literally.
To go hang out with Link.
I'm here, hoes. Get in line.
Yeah.
Let me see what you got on.
I'm sure. Listen, she had a long day of entertaining her public and she's worn out, but...
Tired.
Link, if you want to come play, you can do that.
No, she can't. It's fine.
Oh, okay. Well, so yeah, time for our listener letters. If you have a question for us, you can send it to asktheread@gmail.com. We may read them aloud on the show. We have an update from Katara, who, if you remember, her ex sent that video of him getting pulled over by the police and then was like, damn, why are you so thirsty for blowing up my phone? So she said, y'all are absolutely right that he was trying to imply that I was thirsty for calling him so much while he was knee deep in some pussy. But what's more, it's clear he was just punishing me for being so into my date that I didn't check his text message for hours because he's not used to not getting my attention right away. He was also being thoroughly manipulative, and since then he's done even worse, including calling me a bitch on my birthday and yelling out in the middle of New York City that I was a terrible person. So yes, at this point, he has been moved down my line of communication. He's a social worker, and I know he has the tools to do better. And I've seen better sides of him. I know. I was like, oh, shit, not one of my homegirls. I care for him and his struggles, but I can't be exposed to his harm while I rebuild my confidence and self-worth. Thanks for the advice, Katara.
Yeah, Katara, still fuck him over here.
Yeah. That was...
I wouldn't move him down the communication line. I would move him
off the communication. Yes. Yeah. Especially as a social worker. Obviously, social workers and therapists are just humans and they're prone to human behavior, of course. But there's a line and yeah.
Maybe calling someone a bitch on their birthday. Past line.
And it was because she like pouted because her turn got skipped when they were playing a game. It wasn't even like she was actually being a bitch. It was just this nigga is mad for whatever reason. So I agree with Kid Fury. Yeah, I would just excommunicate this nigga altogether. But you do what feels right for you and protect your peace, girl. Our first letter this week comes from Rufus, who says, about
I'm sorry, that's just his name is never not. I can't. It's such a grandpa name. I Rufus.
Yeah.
I don't know why. The name has always made me laugh. Rufus and Shaka Khan. It don't matter. I just laugh.
Well, Rufus says,
I'm sorry.
About 2 months ago, my boyfriend Cletus and I, of 3 years. Oh. He picked out these names too. I didn't do this. Rufus did this.
That was even funnier. Oh, it sounds so much like clitoris.
Okay. So 2 months ago, my boyfriend Cletus of 3 years dumped me abruptly. We had been having problems for some time, which included sexual incompatibility, lying on his part, and in return, me acting resentful and openly expressing my dissatisfaction. On the day he broke up with me, I went to his art studio to ask why he was avoiding me and if he was coming home. He said, no, I'm not. And I asked when he was going to tell me, and he said, I'm telling you now. We had been talking with him standing outside of my car while I was seated inside of it, but that made me so angry that I hopped out of my car and smashed his car window.
What?
I know that I didn't have to respond like that, and I could have walked away, but I let my hurt lead me. And really, it was a fuck me, no, fuck you moment. Okay.
Yeah.
Afterwards, I reached out to cover the cost of repairing his window.
Okay.
And to keep it completely honest, I also called and texted him a few times while I was very intoxicated, expressing my hurt and disappointment in being dumped. He didn't block me, but he also never returned my calls or my texts. For my own healing and peace of mind, I mailed a check to his mother's address, which is the only one I know of anyone he knows, and decided to stop reaching out. That was a month ago. This weekend, I was cleaning out my apartment and I found this nigga's art tucked behind a box. My first thought was to send it to the trash like the rest of the shit he left behind, but my conscience wouldn't let me.
I know you're not about to ask me what I think you're about to ask me.
So I reached out again 3 days ago to let him know that he could send for his art or have someone pick it up since it would cost too much to ship it. But again, I haven't heard anything from him about it, and I don't want to throw it away because he's very talented and makes a living with his art. A similar work is in a gallery for sale for about $5,000, but I don't need to sell it for the money, and I have no desire to keep it around.
You answered my question, dude.
Should I throw the art out if I don't hear back? If so, how long should I wait to throw it away? If you were Cletus, would you leave behind something of value if your nigga busted out your window? Thanks for the help, Rufus. So, like, if you were Cletus, would you be like, oh, yeah, I left my art at that nigga's apartment, but I'm never going to get it back because fuck him forever. And I'll never want to talk to him again.
I wouldn't even consider it. Like, who the fuck? What? He probably doesn't even remember it's there. And if he does, he obviously don't care because he's not reaching out to you to get it.
It's been 2 months. It's clearly not that big of a priority.
Like, either he does not know that this is here or he don't want it.
Yep.
So.
And you texted him. You're not blocked.
You let him know.
The iMessages are going through.
That, to be honest with you. Because didn't she say that she had Mama's address?
Yep. Rufus sent a check to the Mama's house.
You've got mail. Bitch, like, I would have sent it to his mama then. You already have an address. Like, what do I even need to communicate with you for?
Yeah.
You haven't been in communication with me as it pertains to this other thing. I had to go get your mama address to send you this other shit. And now, like, I'm going to hit you up over some art. Like, you don't want to speak to me for obvious fucking reasons. I went Jasmine Sullivan on your ass. It is what it is. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
I'm not about to hit you about this art. I understand. Because my thing was like, okay, does he make a living off the art? How valuable is it? Et cetera, et cetera.
He does, yep.
So, all that said, you have an address for someone who knows him at the very least. Just send it to his mom.
He said it's too expensive to ship it. So maybe it was cheaper to mail a check because you can mail a check for 35 cents or whatever. And if it get there, it do. If it don't, it don't. But I don't know if that's really real because I'm not actually sure, Rufus. Like, I don't know you, but I'm not sure that your conscience is the reason that you couldn't just throw this away.
I highly doubt it.
I think you saw this art and saw another reason to text this man. And,
literally that.
And I get that you were hurt by this sudden breakup, but if a nigga reacted like that in such a violent way as I was breaking up with him, I too would not return your phone calls or text messages. You get to be hurt. You do. You get to be hurt. But that, no, I'm drawing a hard line at you reacting violently to being dumped. Not like that.
I don't. If it's too much to send it to the mom or wherever, then I would just throw the shit away.
Yeah.
Or keep it.
Or give it to somebody knowing that you'll never see it again. Or give it to somebody who likes art. Yeah.
Yeah.
But would I leave it behind?
I honestly...
I mean, maybe. Because you say it's of value, but it clearly don't mean that much to him. Or else he would have either, like if you said, made arrangements to come get it, or hit you back like, yeah, I'll Venmo you the cost of shipping it, and this is where you can send it to. The fact that he is still ignoring you, baby, let this go. Process your role in this breakup, what you did right and the things you did very wrong, and move on with your life. This man is not interested. Woo.
Oh, I found some of his art.
So I texted him again.
Oh, there was that half empty bag of floss picks that he had got from the Eckerts.
I noticed that you left the toothbrush that you used to lay your baby hairs over here, and I just thought maybe you would want it back because, once you get a certain amount of gel in that toothbrush, it's really irreplaceable. Girl, you are looking for an excuse to text this man.
I got some of that instant basmati rice you left over here.
Remember when we went to Whole Foods and bought them Whole Foods brand of them refried beans? It's 3 cans of them refried beans still over here and some incense that you had. I didn't know if you still wanted it, and your kombucha. So I can just put it in a cooler.
I still got some of that. I found that fresh guac that you made at one time in the back of the fridge.
It's not fresh no more.
Fresh no more.
It's actually pitch black now, but if you want it, I scraped it into a Tupperware for you. No, baby. You feel bad, rightfully so, for the way you reacted. But the fact that you apologized and sent a check to cover the cost of the window, as far as I'm concerned, you've made your amends, and you just need to work on forgiving yourself and moving on with your life, working on the way you react to certain issues. But should you throw it out? Should you wait? None of that matters. It doesn't matter. Really this man does not. I think what you really need to focus on is the fact that this man don't want to speak to you no more. You need to honor that and accept that.
Art, no art.
Right.
He does not give a fuck.
It don't matter. He left his microwave. He left his George Foreman. He didn't care about none of that shit. He wanted to never see or speak to you again. You got to sit with that.
Yeah.
That mattered to him more than anything else. Yeah. Sorry, Rufus. Good luck with better behavior in your next relationship. I don't blame him, though. I have an ex who did this, not the same thing, but she reacted very badly after we broke up and texted me something really hurtful. So I blocked her for about 6 months. And then one day I was over it. So I unblocked her. And occasionally she still texts me. And every time I'm just like, oh, this nigga's back at it. I unblocked you because I'm not angry, but I'm never going to respond or speak to you again. So you can just...
So why'd you unblock her?
Because I'm not mad no more.
So?
That was literally it.
So you just wanted to see how fly your life is?
I mean, perhaps, but I unblocked her on the phone, not even online. Although I think I did also unblock her online. But I was curious.
Oh, you just unblocked her number.
Yeah, I was curious if she had been trying to text me, and clearly she had been because she still periodically does it. And then every time I get a text from her, I'm just like, oh, this nigga back at it. But, I mean, at least you got an apology, Cletus. I never got that. But the point of I'm not texting or talking to that nigga ever again, that I fully understand that. So... yeah, good luck with growing up and moving on, Rufus. Our next letter comes from Claire, who says, I'm really close to my younger brother and sister and recently decided to move to the West Coast for work. Because of this stanky-ass pandemic, travel to see them has been difficult. So, in honor of my 33rd birthday, I planned a cute getaway to Long Beach, paid for an Airbnb, and invited my brother, his girlfriend, a few of my friends, my sister, and my sister's dusty-ass Farrakhan wannabe boyfriend.
Oh, my God.
This man didn't pay for anything, ate up all the groceries, made rude comments about my queerness and how I need a real man to get me right, and kept bringing up QAnon conspiracy theories. He would have had to get out of my space.
Literally.
That's too much.
At once.
Any one of those things is too many, but right. But anyway. The most hurtful thing of all is that on my actual birthday, my sister and her boyfriend both left the house in the morning for the entire day and didn't return until the next morning, never addressing where they went or why.
Interesting.
I got dressed early expecting to head out for brunch and a lot of daytime fun, but ended up wasting hours waiting for her to come back. This birthday was especially important to me because I just graduated with my bachelor's after a long educational journey. I got a job that I really care about. I moved into a new apartment after being homeless for 3 years. So this was really a chance for me to be celebrated with the people I love, and I felt like it was ruined. I ended up booking an early flight back home and leaving them behind because I couldn't handle the disrespect. It's been some time and my sister has apologized and been trying to make amends, but I can't shake the fact that she allowed this man to sway her in this way. Our relationship has quote unquote moved on since this happened, but the energy between us has shifted. Right. The energy between us has shifted and I don't feel like I can trust her. Am I tripping for being so affected by this? How do I fix the relationship between us? And is it even up to me? Love you guys. Thanks, Claire. Oh, Claire.
It's a little sticky. I mean, I hear where Claire's coming from. I too would, I think I'd accept the apology, but I would still kind of be, what's the word? Not on edge, but I would still kind of have 3 eyes open.
Yeah.
Because this nigga that's already a fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
Allowed you, encouraged you, or enabled you, possibly.
Could be.
To do something that was really hurtful and inconsiderate. And how can I trust that I won't get treated like that again? And it's like, it's your sister.
Yeah.
So I just imagine if that is going to sting different than if it were just like a friend or so like. But I guess that is irrelevant. Ultimately, I think you have to, and you deserve to, have good energy and good people around you and in your space. If your sister is not good energy, and or is affected by the energy that is coming by way of this nigga in her life, that's something that y'all have to have like a real conversation about. And if you have to like keep your distance, then I'd speak my mind and just be like, look, I love you. I want to spend time with you. I want to be, buddies and siblings and whoop it up and all that other shit. But first of all, this nigga is disrespectful. Secondly, this nigga is weird. Third, he just did some shit that was foul or was part of some shit that really was hurtful. And honestly, I don't need to be that nigga's friend. He damn sure don't need to be mine. So let's focus on this here, understand where I'm coming from, why I'm hurt, really feel that and respect it, and let's not let it happen again. And then trust and see where it goes from there. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to just X my sister out of my life because she was a fuck nigga. But I would absolutely open up my beak and be like, that nigga's a fuck nigga. Yeah. I don't like him and he's disrespectful. And the next time he says some shit to me about having a real man, I'm going to take his real man parts off of his body with my bare hands.
Listen, and we can just fight. Because this is my sister, or even like a really close friend, I wouldn't want to automatically jump to cutting them off either. But like your Fury said, you definitely do need to address you definitely need to address the fact that you feel like you can't trust her anymore, because that's a big deal. And I'm sure she can still sense the tension between y'all. That's why she's still trying to make amends. But if she's still with this boyfriend, then I can see how that feels very hollow to you, because how you gonna come out to LA to Long Beach for my birthday with a nigga who disrespected me multiple times in multiple ways over my birthday trip. And then, like, for whatever reason, you ran off with this nigga during my actual birthday.
The actual birthday? What?
No. And, like, as my sister, you know the shit I've been through over the past few years. You know how hard I worked to get my fucking bachelor's after all this time. Like, what kind of shit is this? So, yeah.
And, bitch, even if I just had a hangnail over the past year, it's my birthday, ho.
I mean, yeah, it just makes it worse that you've been through hell and back, but it don't matter because, like, it's my birthday trip and you're my fucking sister. So I would find it incredibly difficult to be around her and this man, especially that man, but the two of them in any context. Like, I would find it very difficult to do that without cussing him out for any and everything. I mean, for no reason at all. I would just pull an insult out of my ass. And be like, That's why your beard don't connect. Just because, he ate the last of the salsa. It would be impossible for me to hold back. So I don't know if it's up to you to fix it, but it is up to you to say how you feel and give your sister the chance to really make amends in whatever way that, looks best for you. And if you believe that her apology is sincere or if she agrees to like not have this nigga around you no more, or more importantly, to check him the next time he says something ridiculous, then, accepting that if you want to keep the relationship open, but also not attributing all of your sister's behavior to this terrible man. Like, yeah, I'm sure he was a huge influence, but she's grown and she made the decision to do these things. So don't put it all on him. Like, make sure you hold her accountable too, because she could have said, nigga, it's my sister's birthday. I'm not going nowhere. Nigga, it's my sister's birthday. Come up, offer some dollars for this Airbnb. Replace all the frozen pizzas and the Simply Orange that you drank up out the icebox. Don't never tell her she needs a man to do anything for her. Look at me over here with your stupid ass. What she need a man for? Like, she absolutely needs to be ready to defend you.
You're a shining example of needing one.
I'm just stunned. I'm stunned that she's still with this man, but
I'm not.
But you can't control that, Claire. All you can control is what you tolerate in your life. But yeah, definitely say something to her, and hopefully the relationship can improve from there. Wishing you the best of luck. Our last letter this week comes from Sabrina, who says, my girlfriend and I have been in a relationship for a little over 2.5 years, and we are a COVID couple. We started dating a few weeks before lockdown and thrived throughout quarantine. We've been having a great time together and even moved in together recently. I love her so much.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited for our present and our future together. The only thing is, since we did get together during OG COVID, there was no chance of us going on trips together. COVID. You know, the first COVID that everybody was scared of.
Right. Yeah. I forgot. She got kids.
That bitch got a Brady Bunch worth of children at this point.
Grandkids at this point, yeah.
We took little road trips here and there, but nothing that required us to book a flight. I'm not a huge traveler, but I do like to go on a few trips every year, and I would love to share my travels with my girlfriend, but she's a double tourist who pretty much hates to be anywhere but at home. I am just becoming comfortable with traveling again, but not going on as many trips as I previously was, because I would like to minimize exposure to the many diseases out there waiting to take me out. I would like to go on a couple of trips a year, and preferably with somebody I'm romantic with. But trying to plan a trip with my girlfriend is the most annoying situation I have ever had to endure. The few times I tried, instead of her just saying she doesn't want to go, she makes up an excuse that contradicts her behavior. Like, she'll say she's scared of COVID, but then she goes to multiple indoor concerts without masks with her friends. I've talked with her about this and told her that it's okay if she doesn't want to travel, but we should work something out so both of our needs are met. I've been thinking about having a romantic travel companion, which is somebody I can travel with and have sex with, but we don't communicate or have a relationship outside of these trips. My partner and I are non-monogamous, so I didn't think this request was that out of pocket when I brought it up, but she flipped the fuck out and accused me of wanting to fuck our mutual friend. This mutual friend is also my ex.
Okay. Oh, God.
And we are going on a trip soon.
So this just took a very random turn.
But I told her that I was not messy enough to consider sleeping with our friend. And all I desire is to travel with someone who enjoys it. Mm-hmm. My girlfriend's lack of desire to travel is not a deal breaker at all, but I do feel like it's something I really wish we could share. I have zero desire to be in a relationship with anyone else, but I feel like I'm likely to become resentful if I continue to travel alone, and traveling with platonic friends is just so boring to me. Do y'all have any suggestions for solutions that will help both of us fulfill our needs in this relationship? Any advice would be so appreciated. Thanks, Sabrina.
I love traveling with platonic friends.
Right.
It's like no pressure.
But this Sabrina really wants to fuck when she goes on trips.
Got it.
I mean, I get preferring that, but I don't get being like, my girlfriend don't like traveling, therefore I feel like I should have a travel piece of ass. But I'm also
that part I don't.
I'm not non-monogamous, right? So that would never be my business. I too thought, oh, well, if y'all are poly or open or whatever, then what difference does it make? But she might have a point about this ex-girlfriend. It's very convenient that you bring this up when you're about to go on a trip with your ex-girlfriend. And our mutual friend. This is why lesbians have to start dating outside their friend circle. Please stop. Just please. There's other dykes out here.
Lesbians and the rest of these girls in the gay community.
Oh my God. So, any suggestions for solutions for Sabrina and her girlfriend?
If you really feel like this is going to lead to resentment and it's going to affect your overall relationship and shit like that, then just break up with them. COVID's, the OG COVID and shit like that era has passed. Like you said, the girls are going to indoor concerts and shit like that without masks. The girls are traveling. It's plenty of time now, especially with summer coming up to a close and cuffing season getting into full effect in just a matter of weeks.
True.
Now is the time for you to start scouting, and know that people are also scouting if that's what you want to do. So the thing that I would not be trying to do is press my partner to travel with me because that's something I really want and that's something that they really don't want. Because what I really don't want is to be out of state, out of city, out of country and have you uncomfortable, have you bitching, have you moaning, have you just not wanting to do anything or have any fun or anything like that because you'd rather be at home. I would rather be at home if that's what we're going to do.
Yes.
Or I would rather go and travel by my damn self or with friends or with your poly partner, travel partner.
Whoever they are. Yeah.
So.
Please don't get on a plane with me just to get on my nerves. Please don't do that.
I'm just, no.
I don't want to deal with that at all. So I think I feel like you brought up, like she makes up these excuses that don't make any sense. Like, oh, I'm so scared of COVID, but then she's always at the club or whatever. So I feel like that isn't resolved. Like she should be able to provide an explanation for that. And I don't know if she just didn't give it to you or if you didn't share it with us, but why is it that she is so scared of COVID that she don't want to travel, but she can do something extremely risky like going to an indoor concert without a mask? That doesn't make sense. You should be able, especially because, the vaccines are out. Another booster is coming out for all these Omicron stepchildren here in the next couple of weeks. You can still wear masks wherever you want to. Lord knows I do. You can wipe down the entire plane. Lord knows I do. So I would really need an answer to if it is, I just don't want to go, then she should be able to say that instead of making up some bullshit that doesn't make any fucking sense. So what is it about the trips? Is it that she just hates traveling? Because if so, there's not much you can do about that. But if it's like, oh, well, every time you travel, you be staying at the Motel 6 and I, as a double tourist, I require luxury. If it's something that y'all can come to a compromise on, then do that. But it sounds like you say that
double Taurus.
A double Taurus is a Taurus sun and moon.
Taurus.
Yeah, Taurus, like the zodiac sign.
I thought you said tourist.
Oh, okay. So that's my voice. That's my accent showing her ass again. I was like, what the fuck is a Taurus?
Okay.
Yeah. So if it's something like that where it's like, actually it's just that you always want me to fly coach in a middle seat and I'm just incapable. Then maybe you can save up a little extra or use some points so your girlfriend can fly business. But other than that, you say that, this isn't a deal breaker and I don't want to be with nobody else. But if having somebody to fuck when you travel is that important to you, so important that you foresee becoming resentful about it, then yeah, y'all either have to resolve it now or like Kid Fury said, go on and break up and find somebody better aligned with what really matters to you. I have to say, I don't really understand that, especially because you're only talking about like 2 trips a year. So I don't really understand needing somebody to fuck on these trips, but I don't have to understand it. That's you, and that's what you like, and that's what matters to you. So that
I get it.
I get it. Yes, it is fun to fuck on trips, but it's not this serious to me. I will go with my friends and still you could pack a vibrator and still have a great time, but so yeah. Not the same kind of time, but a good time. Or you could just go on these trips with your friends and cheat. And that
sounds like where you're going to
that would work too. So I don't want you to get to that point. So yeah, I think y'all have to have like a really real conversation and make sure she knows that like you can see this being something that really bothers you, because maybe it's something y'all can work out in couples therapy. I know how much lesbians love jumping into that. So yeah, it doesn't have to be an automatic breakup, but you can tell that it's going to get on your nerves. So address it now before it becomes a bigger issue, for sure. Good luck. I hope all 3 of you send in updates, because I can't wait to hear how these conversations went. If you would like some more of this A+ primo advice, send your questions to asktheread@gmail.com, and we'll do our best to answer it in a thorough and entertaining way. And so we're going to take another quick break and be right back. Hey, y'all, this week's episode of The Read is also brought to you by State Farm. State Farm can insure your home and your car with surprisingly great rates, because you don't have to give up what you love for great insurance. You know, we love lots of things that can be considered indulgences or not necessarily, you know, necessities or requirements. It's just something fun that we add to our lives that maybe takes a little bit away from our budget, but brings a lot of joy to our life. Like me, I'm starting a sewing class this week. Why? Because I want to do more creative things, and I feel like it's super fun, but I shouldn't have to decide between whether I'm going to pay my insurance and whether I'm going to go to this sewing class. And State Farm agrees. You don't have to give up what you love. That's why we're all about the options from State Farm. State Farm knows that everyone has a budget, and that is why you can insure your car and your home with surprisingly great rates on both. Or they can help you personalize your policy to get the coverage you need without giving up what you love, like me and my sewing classes. So for surprisingly great rates, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Well, hey there. This is Sister Bernice from the Greater Mount Zion Treat Me Like I Treat Me Baptist Church over yonder on the hill back when. And I'm here to tell you today that me and all of my sisters are going down to see that Honk for Jesus Save Your Soul. You didn't hear about it? Well, let me tell you, girl. It's a hilarious new film filled with unexpected twists, entertaining characters, and flashy church fashion. Yes, indeed. It's executive produced by Jordan Peele and that handsome Daniel Kaluuya. It stars Regina Hall and Sterling K. Brown as Trinity and Lee Curtis Childs. So me and my girls are going to go down to the movie theater and watch and see for ourselves if the Childs can succeed in the biggest attempted comeback that commodified religion has ever seen. But after, we have a nice fellowship down at the local Applebee's, girl, because you know I got to get my bourbon scripts. So do what I'm going to do and all of my faves. Watch Honk for Jesus, Save Your Soul. It's in theaters and on Peacock September 2nd. Visit honkforjesustickets.com to get your tickets now. All right, you be blessed now. Tell your mama I said hey. All right, we're back. It's time for The Read.
The Treat Me Like I Treat Me. I really had to, I almost hurt myself not laughing at that. And Link, I want you to know, as soon as you started talking, Link looked up like, what the fuck?
Yeah, she judges me. I'm surprised she lasted this long without her judgment.
She's being so well behaved. Hi, baby.
She's such a good girl tonight, right, Mama?
She is.
Yep.
So, do you want me to go first?
Yes, please.
All right. So, this week, I'm going to be cussing out Aries Spears.
I had a feeling.
Yeah. So,
you want to get down?
A clip of Aries Spears went viral online, and he is being asked about Lizzo's music, her songwriting ability, and all this. And he says that he really can't get past the fact that she looks like the shit emoji. Now, mind you, everything that I'm about to say is coming from somebody who looks like the shit emoji. So just keep that in mind as I read this off. So he says she's got a very pretty face, but she keeps showing her body off. Like, nigga, come on. I'm not the most in shape nigga in the world, but you know, when you funny and you got swagger.
You're right about that.
You got swagger and confidence and you decent looking. And I think I'm at least handsome. You know, you still get pussy, but a woman that's built like a plate of mashed potatoes is in trouble. Thank you so much. Because my very first thought here is who lied?
I don't know who the fuck told you that, bitch.
Who lied and told Aries Spears that he was handsome?
Aries Spears looked like somebody bit him.
Not at all.
Like something bit him.
Yep.
But he refuses to die.
Yeah. Aries Spears looks like when your uncle left a hot link on the grill for way too long and it's about to bust. And you just know as soon as you slice into it, it's going to explode and hot grease is going to splatter out and go all over the place. That is exactly what that man looked like while he is sitting up here talking about Lizzo and saying that she looks like the shit emoji. My nigga, you literally look just
have
like...
Have you seen you?
Like, have you? And then, I know I'm not the most in shape nigga in the world. That I don't think
it's not just shape.
I don't think you understand. You don't look well cared for. But
you
but also
look beyond this realm. Honestly.
Talking about when you got swagger and confidence, you still get pussy. Bitch.
How do you know?
Swagger and confidence are attractive to just about everybody in the world. They enhance the attractiveness of just about everybody. Just because you are not attracted to Lizzo doesn't mean that nobody is. And women right here in this real world don't have to live up to your weirdo expectations or desires or fantasies of what they should be. We get to be like real ass human beings out here living full lives and connecting with the people who actually give a damn about us, disregarding the rest. And so I just don't understand why he felt like his comments meant anything. Like, a woman that's built like a plate of mashed potatoes is in trouble. Trouble how?
What?
Trouble for what? For being fat? Oh no, some niggas might not like her. No, trouble is getting arrested for fondling a woman in the club like you did back in 2008. Well, that's trouble. Lizzo is doing just fine. Troublesome. And it's really crazy that we have to say this because Aries Spears is fat. He is a fat man sitting up here trying to drag Lizzo for her body and then starts talking about how women are hypocrites. Sir, you're...
But it's not just the fat for me. It's the like, how you fat and sunken. It's like there's like a... Like something bit him. Like there's a venom.
He doesn't look like he's doing well. It's not... But anyway, he starts going into how like all of this is really women's fault because we claim to be all about sisterhood and girl power and Yas Queen. But then, you know, at the same time, we'd be like, oh, fuck diabetes, fuck heart disease, fuck cholesterol. And if you really gave a fuck, you would be like, Black girl, we love you. But, you know, put the eclair down. It's treadmill time. Bitch, it's your treadmill time. You put the eclair down. You are the fat bitch that you are attempting to drag. And it's really wild to hear a Black man bringing up the whole, oh, but what about your health straw man argument that y'all always bring up when it comes time to talk about fat people? Because guess who outlives Black men in this country? Everybody else. Worry about yourself. Worry about your own fucking health. Worry about niggas out here dying at 52 because they swallow gas station pills like it's water. Them fucking sex pills trying to get your dick up.
What's that about? What are y'all doing?
Worry about that. The whole time, y'all got so much shit to say about Black women when we outlive y'all. Mocking us for our sisterhood, but y'all niggas be lonely as shit. At least we have friends. We have real connections. We talk to our friends about real shit that's going on in our lives.
Oh, God.
So after all this, he posted some videos on Instagram because everybody was mad. Everybody was mad. Niggas who are actually funny were mad. Black people were mad. The white women who stand Lizzo were infuriated.
Yeah, you know, they were pissed.
Everybody's angry. So again, he's on Instagram, laying up, looking like Frosty the Snow nigga, talking about a lot of y'all women are being real funny and weird with the critiques, talking about I'm not funny and I'm fat and don't know women want me, but I'm 32 years in the game, so how am I not funny? Y'all don't deal in logic and sense. Y'all deal in emotion and
That's
anger.
Not logical or sense. What? That doesn't make any sense.
Talking about come with something that's not subjective, saying that I'm unfunny, unattractive. That's not a fact. That's subjective. But everything you said about Lizzo was subjective. So why would anybody bother putting together an argument based in logic and sense when you came to the table with neither one?
Y'all, have you?
Please. Talking about, oh, well, I know I'm fat, but that's only because I like to eat a lot and I like pasta and I'm lazy and I don't like exercising. But then also being like,
fat tends to work.
All you bitches talking about, oh, I'm projecting and this. But like, nigga, you literally are projecting. You're projecting your situation, which is gluttony and a refusal to exercise, onto a woman who is extremely fit, dances for hours in heels, and is a fucking vegan. You might be fat because you don't take care of yourself, but that is not everybody's story. And what actually matters is that Lizzo could have every single disease that y'all incorrectly assume is caused by being fat, and it still wouldn't matter because, number one, she does not owe her health to anybody else in this world. She's allowed to be a person like every other person on this wretched, burning planet, and she gets to exist however she fucking exists. How many people do you know are not taking good care of themselves right now in a wide variety of body types?
Half y'all still eating hot sausages out of Flamin' Hot Cheetos bags like you in high school.
Please.
I don't know. So I don't understand what we're even still doing. Like, y'all want that girl to hate herself so bad. Like,
they do.
And she
they do.
And it pisses you off.
That is exactly it.
You off.
Yes. Y'all are so mad that a Black woman proudly proclaims her fatness and her love of herself and her body. And so it's very clear that this nigga's issue has nothing to do with health and everything to do with his feelings about seeing Lizzo out here and being unashamed and still fucking flourishing. So maybe Aries Spears needs to focus on a real problem instead of his pathetic, sad-ass life and leave that talented, successful Black girl out of it. Because what did Lizzo even do to you?
Stop being delusional, nigga. Because nobody has thought or cared about your motherfucking ass since Deborah Wilson was carrying you in all your skits.
Please
I don't know who lied to you.
Please say
I don't know. I don't know. Like, yeah, you're still booked. So are tons of comedians that haven't been funny.
Lots of people work the clubs. Lots of people work the clubs. That don't mean nothing.
Yeah, you work. Like, great. Good for you. Congratulations. It means that you're funny and also mean you're right, bitch.
Right. We're all out here working. And so maybe a couple of weirdo incels bought a $10 ticket to one of your standing room only 16-person max capacity shows.
And good for you.
And good for you if that's the case. But Lizzo had nothing to do with any of this. I don't want to hear that health shit from niggas who be drinking brown liquor 5 days out the fucking week, never sleep right.
Bacon wrap, bacon bitch.
Listen. Eat whatever. Ain't ate nothing that didn't come from a box in years. Balls be tangy, dick cheese all over the place, just nasty, unkempt.
Every beverage contains 0% fruit juice.
Oh, how y'all gonna say I'm projecting? You literally are. You assume that she's fat for the same reasons that you're fat. You don't take care of yourself, but that is not Lizzo's issue. Some people
a lot of
are just fat. There's natural body diversity in this world. People have always been fat and always will be. Same way they've always been tall or short or any other thing to do with bodies because we're just people. And you, come with something that's not subjective. You first, bitch. You first.
Sweetie, you know what? You're right. You being unattractive is subjective. Fine.
It's not technically a fact. Just because we all agree doesn't mean it's a fact.
Yeah, just because all of us agree, I'm hard-pressed to find someone who disagrees. But technically, you're right.
Oh, my people said I was trending. Yeah, enjoy it. It won't happen again. We're going to go right back to forgetting that you were around.
That's the thing, too. Like, y'all and the same lamos who ask these questions all the time do it so that you can trend. You know that's going to kick up dust. You know that you're going to get backlash and people are going to, talk about you. And then you can plug whatever fucking bullshit ass event you got coming up or whatever. Like, that's what I'm so bored talking about Lizzo's weight. I don't care. The bitch literally tore down the stage at the VMAs. She delivered a great performance, looked good, sounded good, works her ass off, minds her business, is like unproblematic as far as I can tell.
All she does
and y'all
is succeed.
Y'all still find ways to come for this woman's image, packed in this bullshit sentiment of, oh, well, we should just care about her health. A, that girl's health is none of your motherfucking business.
Amen.
And B, you should be more concerned with your health and the body that you're walking around in. Bitch, you don't know her and she don't know you. She don't owe her health to nobody but herself.
You the one talking about, oh, well,
shut the fuck up.
I'm fat because all I do is eat pasta and I'm lazy and I'll never want to work out. So that sounds like, so you worry about your health then. Because I'm pretty sure your doctor would tell you to lace up some tennis shoes and take a couple laps around the fucking block. Just get your heart rate to doing something. Anything. Worry about your health. And leave black girls out of it. I'm done. Fuck that nigga.
All right, so I don't have much. I'm just going to quickly remind the people in these fashion blogs and magazines at this point that we're onto your game. The whole this person is bringing back this trend that Black people have been doing since ancient times. The whole, oh, this person invented this look. All of that bullshit. Like, at this point, you're like, I think you're baiting us into. I know that you're baiting us. Like, we're not gonna keep playing this. Oh, Kim Kardashian did this thing. Kim Kardashian has not brought anything back anywhere besides Black men to her home. That's it. She's never brought a side part, a cornrow, like
a bang.
And y'all know this. You know it. You know it. You know this shit. A baby hair. You know it.
Yeah.
You know it. I don't give a fuck. Her, Dove Cameron, out of all your little white faves, your Selena Gomez's or whoever all of your little pop star friends, I'm over it. Okay? Y'all do this shit on purpose. You know that nothing over there is new.
Right. Not one fucking thing.
And you write these fucking headlines and these stories and shit like that all of the time because you want to get the attention. Maybe she brings these things back to your attention because you're uncultured, you lack style and grace.
Come on.
And you don't know nothing about nothing. So maybe, I guess you speaking to people within your circle. But bringing things back full stop, period, that's the end of the sentence?
No.
Stop the lies.
No.
Stop the trickery and stop the witch games.
Right. Maybe Kim Kardashian reminded white women that side parts were a thing, but not the rest of us, ever.
Yeah, say that. Be specific, bitch, because I'm tired.
Yeah.
Okay, and at this point, you playing games, you trying to be funny. That's how I feel. I feel like y'all trying to be funny.
Because it happens all the time.
Because you do it all the time, and every single time, the same thing is said. Wrong. Every single time, the same thing is said. Incorrect. Every single time, the same thing is said. False. And you do it again. Y'all know better. At this point, you want to piss us off, and it's lame.
Yeah.
Y'all bitches are poor excuses for journalists, writers, or whatever the fuck it is that you call yourselves. You need to get sucked up into that alien from Nope, like that one bitch. Oh, okay, never mind.
Spoilers. That's all right, though.
It's been out. Damn it.
Nah, the TMZ nigga, that was crazy.
Child, where was she going?
Directly to her death.
That movie was so good.
It was layers. I had to watch it again because I did not fully get it the first time. Yeah.
I also did it. But the second time I watched it, I was
it really clicked.
Oh, tokenism, exploitation.
Getting sucked up by the machine and
yes.
A lot of layers. Yeah.
Yeah, many layers. That Jordan Peele.
He's something else.
I'm a fan. Okay, I want to pass this read.
Pass the read like we used to.
Mostly because it felt like Mama needed to get this off her chest. Okay. Now, these are her opinions, all her own. And Sweets, I'm going to give you a fake name. You didn't tell me whether or not you want me to. And you ended the letter with like your name or like a nickname. So I'm assuming you don't give a fuck. And the energy of this letter feels like you don't give a fuck, but I'm going to do it anyway. So this comes from Leighton. Leighton says, "Hey y'all, this read is dedicated to my sisters-in-law who seem to think that for some strange reason their opinions and feelings about my marriage matter. Fun fact, they don't. How can you be upset about something that goes on in my home that has absolutely nothing to do with you? You don't like when me and your brother argue. Who gives a fuck if you like it? You can catch these hands right along with your brother if you want to chime in. Neither of you have ever been married, nor have either of you had a long-term relationship. So how dare you feel like you can comment on anything I'm doing? I wasn't aware that my marriage included 2 bitter bitches. I don't remember saying I do to you hoes. You're mad because I won't let you do whatever you want with my daughter because she's, quote, our niece too. I don't give a fuck. I birthed that little heifer, so if I don't want her around your negativity, that's my prerogative. Your feelings don't matter. I don't know how many times I need to repeat that. When you have your own kids and family, which you probably won't because who the fuck would want you, I won't even finish that thought.
Damn.
Don't be salty when I ignore you because I'm trying to protect my peace and make sure that my kids won't grow up with the same fucked up entitlement as you. I set these boundaries for a reason, and if you can't respect them, you can beat feet because I really could not care any less if I never had to see your sad faces ever again. With utter disgust, Leighton."
Well, damn. Leighton, girl.
Well,
I mean,
that marriage is...
Sounds like
it's doing great.
Sounds like you need to have a conversation with your husband, because how are they even finding out what's going on in the home? That's my first question. Feels like this might be a little...
I mean, he'll talk to his sisters, but it's going to fall on him to diffuse situations like this. Like,
Yeah, I agree. He is the bridge between all of y'all. So, but listen, she said what she said. And this is why I stay out of couples and they disagreements or whatever else. Like, I don't get involved in married couples business for this exact reason. This right here.
Obviously, this doesn't say anything about any other siblings. I want to assume maybe he's the only boy. And
so the sisters are like
they have like if they're like protective of, I don't know. That's sometimes some
I can see that.
Whatever. But I'm on the same type of energy. Like, unless you come to me and tell me that this person flat out like disrespected you, put hands on you, said something about our mama, like something like that, I might just, give you the best advice that I can give you and send you back out into the world. And that's if I don't hit you with a damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. Listen, I'm good for that.
Because like aggression and cuss words aside, you're right. It's your marriage, it's your business, and they should respect the boundary of like y'all's home and give y'all the space to figure out whatever your disagreements are without the influence and the chiming in of them, because it just makes things messier and not fun, and family gatherings get trashy.
Right.
And it's just like,
Super
me,
messy.
I'd much rather just go ahead and sit over here and be an ear or a shoulder if you need me to, and we only riding out on code red situations.
Yeah. That's literally me.
You don't have to hold, especially if it's the guy.
Listen, and I know how Black families, Black women can really coddle the men in their lives. So
absolutely,
I wouldn't be surprised if it was something like that going on. I just feel like if you really want a resolution here, you're going to have to get your husband involved.
Whoop, whoop.
And
I'm sorry.
But yeah, listen, my friend can tell me any kind of dumb, like you can complain about your husband all day long. I will never go to your husband and be like, you know what? If you don't start picking up your crusty drawers off the bathroom floor, she is going to divorce you.
Can you imagine?
I'm never going to do that. I'm never going to, because all that's going to do is bring more animosity to y'all's marriage. All that's going to do is make things worse, more uncomfortable. And then I'm probably going to be less likely, my friend is going to be less likely to confide in me or whatever else. Like, listen, trust an old bitch is not worth it. Unless it's like abuse going on, girl, stay out of that.
I mean, Mama sounds real froggy in this letter, so I don't really know what kind of.
I mean, she sounds like she's ready, right? She sounds like she's ready to box, and so.
You know what I mean?
I mean, that's another thing. Like, I don't want to be denied access to my niece or nephew either. So I really, if for no other reason, I would keep my mouth shut so I can still kick it with my niece. I don't want her mama mad because because I inserted myself into their marital business. So, yeah.
At the same time, though, like, again, I don't know what lines are being crossed here. And my blood is still my blood. So there are some things.
There are.
Some things.
Some. A very limited amount.
We might have to have a conversation.
Yeah. Very few.
Very limited. Yes.
Yes. Very few.
Rare. Like, odds are you're going to have to handle that yourself.
Yep.
But,
yep. Because, no, I'm not doing that. And, and if you want to fight, then let's just do it.
I mean, there's that. I don't have a problem with
What's her name? Leighton. Thank you, Leighton, for your read. If you would like to pass a read, you can send that on over to passtheread@gmail.com. And on that note, I think that is going to wrap up this week's episode of the show. Make sure you check us out at This Is The Read. Our website is thisistheread.com. Any other news or announcements from you this week?
Rap shit. The Rap Shit finale. We're already
so excited
at the end of season 1.
I can't believe it.
It's crazy. 8 half-hour episodes. That's it. Oh my gosh. You guys should totally tell Issa Rae to make the episodes longer because she loves to do that. She loves it so much.
Issa gonna text you like you play too much.
No, check out the finale of Rap Shit. It comes on tonight. It's directed by Jay Ellis. I'm really excited. Can't believe it's almost over.
It's so good. Y'all should be extremely proud. It's so fucking good, friend.
I enjoy it. I do.
Yeah, I see your influence all over it. So you should be.
That's kind.
Extremely proud of your work because y'all have absolutely killed it. And whoever's in charge over it, whatever network or service it's on, y'all need to not play with us. We need more of Rap Shit. So just don't play with us. Yeah, don't play. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. It's the show of the summer. Because we're obsessed. Yes, it's so good. I'm gonna, probably when we get off the phone, I'm gonna go ahead and watch it. But I like to save shows that I really love, but then also I want them to know that the bitches are watching it and they're pressed. So... even though normally I like to save shows and wait, I think I'm going to just go ahead and stream it tonight so that they know I'm not fucking around and I need me some more of Rap Shit. So, yeah, shout out to you and the whole team. Shout out to Issa Rae. Shout out to Sarita Singleton, our amazing showrunner, and all the writers and all of the actors and crew and everybody. And yay, Rap Shit. Season 1. Amen. That's it. All right. Well, make sure you take care of yourselves and we will see y'all next week.